Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Tuesday, and that means it's Star Wars Day. And this week's episode of the Clone Wars was The Academy. Following the events of Corruption, the Jedi Council sends Ahsoka to Mandalore to help teach the Mandalorian children at the Mandalore Academy for Government. And among the young cadets that she is to teach is Satine's young nephew Korkie and his friends. However, with shortages still plaguing Mandalore and the prices of supplies having gotten bigger, Korkie and his friends take it upon themselves to investigate what is going on and stumble onto a plot to overthrow the Mandalorian government. Okay, things I liked about this episode. First off, I liked seeing Ahsoka and Satine. We don't really see a lot of Satine in this episode, despite the fact that we are on Mandalore. The focus is mainly on her nephew Korkie and his friends, and Ahsoka. But we see her at the beginning of the episode, we see her at the end of the episode, and she does make some appearances within the middle of the episode, and she does play a role in it as well. But it seemed as if the writers wanted to focus on the kids who were in the episode instead of the adults, which is okay. I like Ahsoka. She's one of my top favorite characters. I liked seeing her in a different role than what we're used to seeing her in. Normally, she's the one who's learning things and occasionally inadvertently teaching things to others. But this time she was solely there to teach, and not just teach, but also look into what was going on Mandalore as well. And they do state at the beginning of the episode that the reason why they sent her is not because she is a character that the fans really love up to this point, and past this point, but also that the council felt that someone very close to the age of the cadets would have a better chance at reaching them than sending in a knight or a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master to teach who are much older, which is why they sent in a Padawan. I also liked seeing the Mandalore Academy. We really don't see a lot of the Academy. We see the room that Ahsoka is teaching in. We see the outside facade. And we see the dorm room that Korkie and his friends are staying in. But other than that, we really don't see much of the Academy. But that's okay, because the majority of the episode takes place in the classroom and the dorm room and down at the docks and at the palace. So we wouldn't really see them moving around the Academy all that much, which is, again, like I said, it's okay. They were focusing more on tying up loose ends from last week's episode, which is okay. And again, this episode took place almost immediately following Corruption, because if you remember, Corruptions ended with Satine and Padme talking about a Jedi coming in undercover to look into what was going on with the corruption on Mandalore, since Satine wasn't sure who in her government she could trust. And that was happening at the end of last week's episode, and then in the beginning of this week's episode, we have Ahsoka coming in to teach at the Academy. So this follows very closely on the heels of Corruption. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't anything I didn't like about this episode. I thought it was very well written. Love the fact that it involved more kids than anything. We will see a couple of other episodes where the focus is going to be mainly on children, like Ahsoka's age and younger. We'll get to those more in season 5, I believe. Definitely in season 5 there's going to be an arc with that, but I'll get more into that when we get there. And I also really, really, really liked seeing more of what was going on with on Mandalore. And I think I'm getting a little off topic because I'm supposed to be talking about the things I didn't like, but it's really hard when there's nothing about an episode you don't like. This is actually one of my favorite episodes, and usually on my favorite episodes there is there is very few things about it that I can find that I don't like. Little side note, we will not be seeing Corky and his friends after this episode, unfortunately, which is a shame. I would have loved to have seen them in more Clone Wars episodes and maybe on into Rebels, but we don't really see them following up this. I mean, they might get a couple of cameos when we go back to Mandalore later on in this Clone Wars series, and possibly in Rebels when we go to Mandalore. But other than that, we really won't be seeing them. Okay, question of the week. What did you think of Ahsoka teaching the students at the Academy? Did you think it was a wise choice of the Jedi Council to send a Padawan in to teach the cadets about corruption and whatnot, and also to look into what was going on Mandalore, because a Padawan would be less inconspicuous and also closer to the age of the cadets? Or did you think a knight or a Jedi Knight or Jedi Master would have been a better choice because they would have been able to command more authority from the students? Please leave your answers in the comment section. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Please like and share this video, or if you're watching it on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you're watching on Facebook. And also feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and DeviantArt. I do have my names for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video belong to their respective artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related Star Wars videos. My other TV Talk Star Wars videos. my other TV Talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, and before I sign off, one thing I'd like to touch on, and that is to please note that my TV Talk videos on Star Wars, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and DreamWorks Dragons will be posted on both Facebook and YouTube. All other TV Talk videos will be posted strictly to my Facebook page, so if you'd like to watch any of those, or any of my backlogged videos on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or any of my videos on Star Wars and DreamWorks Dragons posted between the end of last September and last week, feel free to check them out on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.